This is going to be my weekly makeup basket, and if you are a new subscriber or you've never seen one of these videos before, pretty much what I've done is I've went through my makeup stash. I've picked out all the makeup that I want to wear for this coming week, and then I'm just going through and showing you what I picked out. This really helps me not only save time in the mornings, but it also helps me hone in and really focus on certain items that I'm trying to finish up. So I kind of go through and show the items to you as I would apply them to my face. So starting off with a primer. I'm not really big on primers, but I've really been enjoying this one the time that I've been using it. This is the Benefit Stay Flawless 15-hour primer. This is just a little deluxe size sample, but there is a ton of product in here, and that's what I have left now. But I just put it right in this region right here, so this is gonna last me forever. So put that down first, and then what I like to do before I put my foundation on is to go in with a really thick and a really bright concealer, and I just put it right at the inner corner of my eye, right in that region. This is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer. This is in the shade NW15. When I put my foundation over the top of it, it doesn't really move anywhere. So for kind of my face product this week, I'm mixing these two items. This is the Laura Mercier Smooth Finish Flawless Fluid. This is in the shade Vanilla. This is just a tiny bit too dark for me, so I'm mixing it in with the Clinique Moisture Surge CC Cream. So this one is super light. It's almost too light for me. So these two together, it's what I have on today. I pretty much have every single thing that I'm going to talk about on my face today. So this is what I have on today, and I really do like the coverage that it has. This Clinique one is in the shade Very Light, so just have a combo of those two on. And then if I need any extra coverage that the foundation didn't provide, I have the Makeup Forever Full Cover Waterproof Concealer. This is in number 3, and I'm almost finished with this guy. It's all the way down to the very, very bottom, but I think it'll last me another month at least. So have that guy on. And then for a powder product, I've been using this for the last little while. This is the Bare Minerals Blemish Remedy powder, and this is in the shade Clearly Pearl. It's just a little deluxe size sample, but I actually had to go in and take the little sifter part out. I just have maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days worth of product left in here, so when that is finished up, I have this guy here. This is the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, and I don't quite recall, but I don't think that I liked this when I was using it. I'm about halfway finished up with this. I have a mark on the back when it's all tapped down and settled, but I'll move on to this when I'm done with that original powder. And then I have the Body Shop bronzing powder. This is in the shade 01, which is light matte, and the front of the packaging just flakes off. It's so annoying having the package just flake off while you're using it. Somebody told me, well, I think I had 2 people tell me that if I put some clear nail polish over this, it should stop the flaking so it doesn't get all over my hands when I'm doing my makeup. But anyway, that is what it looks like right there. If you are really fair, I'm like a NW10, NW15. This is an amazing bronzer for you. It's matte, and there's a swatch for you. It's a pretty heavy swatch. I mean, I wouldn't put it that dark on my face, but you can see kind of the tone that it has. So it is a really lovely bronzer. Then onto blush. So I have 2 of them because I am having one of these in my Finish 7 by Spring. So this first one, this is the Clinique Blush in Cupid, and that is it right there. I like to put the Clinique one further back and then a lighter blush towards the front, so there's kind of a gradient effect. But the other one is going to be my NARS Orgasm Blush, and that is it right there. So just for reference, let me show you really quick. That is both of the blushes side by side, and here are some swatches for you. So that is the Clinique Blush in Cupid, and that was the NARS Orgasm. NARS Orgasm does have quite a bit of, I would say, like a gold sheen to it right there. And then onto highlighters. I have two of them just because one of them's liquid and it's quite easy to mix that in with my foundation or to put it on my collarbone or to put it down before I put a powder highlight down. But the first one, this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle, and there is a swatch of it right there. I don't know why that's such an awkward, there we go. I always seem to swatch it right over here where it's so awkward to show you. But this is a really beautiful highlighter. I love using this everywhere. I will put this underneath my eyebrows, down the center of my face, the inner corner of my eye. I use it as a shadow. I love this product. And then the other one that I was talking about is the Buxom Divine Goddess Illuminator. And I really just have a tiny bit left in this. This should be finished up this week. This is about the same shade as the Soft and Gentle powder highlighter, so they work really well together. For my eyebrow products, I have the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Tough as Taupe, and that is what it looks like right there. It's just a really grayish taupe shade, and it's matte, so I can use it with an angled eyeliner brush right in my eyebrows, and then I can just go over it with something that's just a slight, has just a little bit more brown in it. This is the Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel in Granite, and that just gives kind of like the perfect brown shade that matches in with my hair. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Seashore Frost, and I know a lot of you guys, I mentioned this in the items that I want to use up for 2015, and a lot of you guys were like, hey, I have that too, I just don't know what to pair it with. I actually wear this with anything. Like, I have it down today. Depending on what you put over it, you could put anything over it. This has, it's like a blue, it definitely shows up a bit blue, but it's also has sort of like a green duochrome to it. I'm not quite sure if it's gonna pick up. It'll probably show up better in the pan, but it definitely has some sort of a shift with it, like a gold and green and yellow, but it's really pretty. You can wear this with anything. It doesn't matter what shadows you put over it. Whatever you put over it is gonna be what shows up. I don't really have the blue showing up, as you can tell. So I can't wait to play with this one for the week. And then I also have my Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Pink Opal. And this is just a really gorgeous kind of pink, shimmery sort of highlight. That is it right there. And I just blend this out a little bit when I use it over the lid. But it does have some, you know, pretty large shimmer particles in it. It's really pretty though. That is it there. I can use this underneath the eyebrows too. I tried shearing it out to wear like as a cheek highlight. That didn't really work out so well for me, but this is a really nice product. And then for an eye palette, I have the Lorac Pro palette that I'll be using this entire week. I'm not adding in any other eyeshadows, just specifically using this one. And I should have an update for you guys on my Pan That palette for the Lorac palette, probably on the 30th or the 31st. I can't quite remember when I wrote it down to film it, but that should be coming up soon. And then for eyeliners, I have two of them for the waterline. If I wanted a darker waterline, I have this Sumida Beauty. Oh, this has been sharpened a bit, but this is the gray one from Sumida Beauty. This is a really kind of dark matte gray, but this stuff stays wherever I put it. So this has amazing staying power. So that is it right there. And then if I wanted a nude waterline, I have the Rimmel Scandaleyes Waterproof Kohl Liner in nude, just a nude shade. It really just brightens up the eye a little bit, makes your eyes look a little bit bigger. And then for eyeliner on the top, I have the Physicians Formula Eye Booster. It's their 2-in-1 lash boosting eyeliner and serum. This is in Ultra Black, and it just has the brush tip point on the end. It makes doing a cat eye or like a kitten wing, I guess is what they call them when they're a little bit smaller. It makes doing that so easy, so easy. If I want a purple liner, so I'll put this Physicians Formula one down first, and then I'll pair this purple one over the top. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Ransom. And if I don't put it over the Physicians Formula one, it's just a bit patchy. Let me see if I can give you a swatch here. So that's it right there. You can see it's really patchy, but I don't know. It's got issues. If I go over it on my hand a couple times, it'll show up a little bit better, but it doesn't show up very well on my eye. So I definitely have to put this over a black liner, and then it shows up lovely. For mascara, I do have a lot of mascaras, and the majority of them, I would say at least 3/4 of them are sample sizes that I got for free. So I'm just going to start working on some sample sizes, and the one that I'm working on this week is the MAC Zoom Lash little mascara sample, and I tried it today. It's definitely not my favorite. That's what the wand looks like. It's a pretty basic mascara. There's not a lot in this little sample here, so this should be used up by the end of the week, I would think. And then for lip products, I have the EOS ball. I believe this is in pomegranate, but I've been working on this a little bit at the end of 2014, so I've made some pretty good progress. I really like that thing. And then for lipsticks, I have a couple here. This first one, this is a MAC lipstick in Peach Blossom. This is a cream sheen, and that is sort of the shade right there. It's kind of like a peachy, maybe with a little bit of pink. It's quite sheer. It's because it's a cream sheen, so I mean they're not the most opaque lipstick in the world, but it's really nice on the lips. That's that one. And then something that's a little bit kind of on the same lines, but it's definitely, it comes off more of like a lip balm with just a hint of color. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in the shade 820, which is Pink Cognito, and that is it over on the edge. It has barely any pigmentation, so there's that one. And then I have a lip gloss here. It's one of my absolute favorites, hands down, lip glosses I've ever used. This is the MAC Lip Gloss in Angel, and it just looks like that. Perfect everyday pink shade. There is a swatch of it right there. It goes with any look in my opinion, so it goes really well over the top of both of them. I actually have the Revlon lipstick on my lips with this MAC lip gloss over the top, so that's what's going on there. For perfume, I had 3 little vials of the Philosophy Love Swept perfume, I believe it was. So I just picked up some of these little sprayers from Sally's Beauty, and I put 3 of the Philosophy perfumes in here, and it filled it up like all the way up to there. I've used this a little bit, but I'm going to be using this week and see if I can use it up. It's a pretty generic sweet scent. It's a little bit complex, so I do like that. But anyway, that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.